Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped, sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped, sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, glowing up, but we still trapped. That's how a nigga survives. Flowing out, got the crowd packed. Yeah, that's how a nigga provides. Y'all insta this, y'all snap that, y'all diss this, and they snap back. Another mass shooting in the headlines. I'm like, damn, where that attack at? Cause y'all think this about race. They font that shit in your face. It's like every day it's the same agenda. It's really not that hard to trace. Fuck it, we might as well face it. Accept it, whatever it's wrapped in. There'll come a day when they run out of grace. So me and my niggas stay trapping. Yeah, ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped, sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Hey, somewhat between who I wanted to be and then what I became. Ended up going my own way, but I couldn't stay in my lane. Now if I'm honest, I've taken a liking to wearing these chains. They hold me down, make it easier when I start feeling the pain. Out of the overflow, your heart, they say your mouth speaks. Well, my heart must be fucked up, cause I can't speak and I can't sleep. So I stay woke in this daydream. Got shit to do, got the world to see. Got the same crew, got some new fleets. There's an empire, fuck a boutique, that's real. I only say what I feel, got a new plate with the same meal. On a new hype with the same chill. Y'all too fake, I stay real. Got cast down from heaven, but I'm too good to stay in hell. I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah, I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah, hey, I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped, sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped, sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Go to the fucking gym.
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble.
How dare you?
Bye.
Your fat phobia?
No! No!
People are suffering. People are dying.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Form.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, 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 testicles, testicles. Ooh, welcome everyone to episode 23 Hundo and 74 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm. because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swole, back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is sponsored by Everson K2 Flexing on all you
Yes, it's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
The fucking Catalina
All right, what's going on, fam? Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the show, leave us a review, no matter where you bang your ear holes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that good shit. Welcome, come one, come all. How we doing? Chris, TCAP, Jillian, Loretta, Jen, Nancy, Cerny, welcome everyone. Matthew, how we doing? Let's get a little tainty boy to get us started. Aww. Very nice. Good taint. Good taint. Good taint. I haven't seen some of you in a hot minute. Welcome to the Saturday Swole Slut cast. We have had a big week. We had an amazing overtime segment yesterday. That's available now inside Swole TV, but also we had our Swole Fam Roundtable on Thursday, which is also available for members. Join the fam today, swolenormansx.com. Make sure you catch up on that roundtable. It was lit. Overtime was fire too, but the roundtable was extra Liddy McTitterson, so make sure you go and catch that in Swole TV. All right, let's get into today's episode. Welcome, everyone. Let's bust the nut open. Let's get the Swole card exposed, and let's have an amazing show. Shall we dance, beaches? Ow. Let's fucking go, son. Put some respect on it. Yep. Nice. All right, cheers, everyone. Hashtag Swole Slut. You could drop a triple S in the comments. We're taking a day off from the dick draft. There's really a dick draft going on every day, but today it is Swole Slut Saturday. It's November the Cinco. Drop that hashtag triple S in the comments down below. Now let's get into that tip. Pooah. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. Let's get into it. Remember to check out the brand new drops over there at papaswolio.com. You also, of course, get a free ringtone with orders over $75. So we got a lot of ringtones and alarms over there. Check out all the new drops. We have Santa Has Diabetes. Santa Has Diabetes. Matt Damon. One of my favorite new designs. Use code DailySwole for 10% off. It's awesome. Check out the Frosty the Swole Man. Go to the fucking gym. We also have You're a Swole One, Mr. Grinch. Absolutely epic. We got the little beard logo in the moon. It's fucking awesome. It's tight. Get your gear in before Thanksgiving and before Christmas. We also have Happy Thanksgiving. So all the designs you need to make sure that you're covering your nips with the best apparel in the realm. Go and check it all out over there at papaswolio.com. Jump on all that shit. A lot of you Swole fam, I know you're doing that already. You got your gear in. We also, because November, before you know it, November is going to be gone. We have P3S5 dropping on December the Schwam. December 1st for 24 hours. Papa Swolio's signature series, the 5th release, P3S5 drops on December 1st. We will talk about it every single day until then, so make sure you mark your calendars. It's only available for purchase for one day only. Of course, I will give you the links and let you know how and where to purchase it. It's the same link, swolenormansx.com/signature, I believe. The countdown timer and everything should be on that page already. So mark your bookmarks. We'll be talking about it. Of course, we're going to be announcing a lot. We're going to go hard with it, especially leading up to it. But P3S5 in just like 3 weeks, 26 episodes away on the day of episode 2400. Time flies, fam. Time flies. I feel like we just dropped P3S4. Here we go. Let's get into the first Swole fan post.
What's in the box?
All right, we got this one from Brenda showing us a little update to her home gym. Just got my Body Elastics door anchor system, very nice, installed, rad, and ordered this workout equipment cart, which will sit right next to my computer desk. I have 600 square feet, so all my workout equipment where I can see and reach it all the time. I am setting up my environment for success, lifelong health through training and nutrition. Goddamn right. Make it accessible, make it easy to access, and nothing like a little organization so you can get your gains more efficiently. No, it's really nice. I'm just starting to get the gym really organized. It's really nice to have things in their place. You know exactly where they are when you want it. Helps you change exercises too, and makes your workouts more efficient when you have everything organized. Epic Pooler 101 in our Discord. Hi, my name is James. I'm ready to get motivated and go to the fucking gym. Welcome to the fam, James. Willkommen. We got a post here from Joanne, and Joanne writes, sick with a flu for about a week. Oh no. Walking around the house was exhausting. So defs, no training. I'm aiming for Monday to get moving again, depending on how I feel, but it has given me some time to reflect and adjust some habits, especially with nutrition. So as much as downtime sucks, there's an advantage in all situations, I guess. And I concur, Joanne. What's important is when you have a setback like that, focus on meditation, focus on your nutrition, focus on all those other aspects. You might not be putting in some heavy physical training, but it doesn't mean that you let your 7 pillars go by the wayside. So it just gives you more attention to focus on other things. Marissa writes, sodium for health. I drank salt water before from my nutritionist, was a while ago. Forgot why she told me to drink it. I was on the organic master cleanse for 2 weeks. Lemonade diet, cayenne pepper, maple syrup. Craziest, best cleanse ever, yet I don't know. I heard mixed reviews and went off of it. This is like a fever dream. Lost 15 pounds though. After the 3rd day, you're really not so hungry. You can have herbal teas and some fiber. That sounds horrendous. I wouldn't recommend that to anyone. I would not recommend that to anyone, Marissa. She wanted me to stay on it a few months. Wait a second. Maple syrup, lemonade, and cayenne pepper for a few months? That is a terrible recommendation. I decided it sounded crazy. Yeah, it is crazy. However, because of my personal challenges and food allergies, etc., she might have been right. I don't know. Marissa, is there a question here, my dear? Do you happen to be watching live? That's more like a statement. You're asking about sodium for health. Sodium is important. Salt is important. A lot of us in the fam, we take our electrolytes, magnesium, potassium, sodium. Yeah, I don't know. There's no real question here aside from that. So I would not do that. That sounds absolutely fucktarded, to put it lightly. You should not be doing that. There's no reason to do that. You don't need a cleanse, people. You don't need any of these stupid cleanses. You just need to eat well and your body will clean itself out. Your body will take care of itself. You just need to start eating properly. Okay. Please follow up in the groups there. Please follow up in the groups, Marissa. I don't want you going down the wrong path with that. You'll cleanse. You'll shit your brains out probably. Hiccups. And then you'll lose weight just because you're not getting nutrition. Oh, hold on a second. There we go. Hiccups. Nice. I got it.
I give it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
We got it now. But you're just going to be losing muscle mass. You're just going to be losing healthy weight too. You're just going to be wasting away if you're just sucking down that concoction. Megan writes, I have a problem, fam. My 3-month-old doesn't let me sleep for more than 2 hours at a time. It's been like this since he was born. He's breastfed. This is my first week really trying to stick with my partial elimination exercise, and now I'm starting to feel literally drunk at times. Like the sensation of dizziness and like a feeling of passing out occasionally that lasts for a second. Do you think like more electrolytes or more food earlier in the day would help? I normally don't eat until after dinner except coffee with cream and maple syrup in the morning. What's with this maple syrup thing? Coffee with cream and maple syrup? Interesting. In the morning and water. I've Also, I've just noticed I have inflamed lymph nodes, probably from kids' cold, but I'm not sick. You could tell you're probably like feeling out of it when you wrote this, just like disjointed sentences. But thank you so much for commenting. Mothers out there, drop in the comments your thoughts. Electrolytes could help, and yeah, if you're not eating till after dinner, you're just not eating all day. It's probably it's probably a part of that. Some people are saying time to wing that kid and put NyQuil in his drink at night. Aaron says if you're breastfeeding, you need to eat throughout the day. I would think so as well. You shouldn't be doing any kind of intermittent fasting or anything like that. Trisha says, I noticed drinking electrolytes helped me with dizziness. It certainly can. It certainly can. It sounds like you're not eating enough. Objectively, you're not eating enough. So you normally don't eat until dinner, except coffee with cream and maple syrup. So you're not getting any nutrition till the evening. You're probably not eating enough at that meal anyway. And you're breastfeeding, so you are super drained. You're super drained. You're malnutritioned. Megan, I just wasn't hungry. The electrolytes helped a lot this morning. It's a big dinner. Yeah, but it's still not going to be big enough. So how much are you actually eating at one time? Are you eating 2,000 calories or, so you're exercising too? How much could you possibly be eating at one meal? Are you getting enough protein? It's hard to eat all your food in one meal. It truly is, especially when you're also breastfeeding. So your body needs a lot of nutrition or to provide nutrients via the milk. All right, we can follow up and we can continue with this. Let's move into some knowledge cock while we're here. Thank you for the comments, and everyone else can keep on dropping them in the comments too, because we have a lot of mamas in the Swole fam that will have some thoughts on that, I'm sure. Let's see, Guy from the Telegram chat. Let's see, how do you do your boiled eggs? Listening to yesterday's cast after I had to leave early and you made me hungry. How do you peel them? My eggshells turn into a billion pieces, and I'm doing the Liver King eat the shell thing. What? Huh? I don't eat the shell. I got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
So hard-boiled eggs, I put the eggs in, the pot. I put filtered water into like a little bit, maybe like an inch over the top egg, however many eggs you have in there. I might put a little bit of salt in the water, and then I put it on the stove, cover it, and I turn it on to high. And then once it gets to a boil, I turn off the stove, take it off the heat, leave it covered for 8 minutes, and then I run it under, more filtered water, but cool water, and then they're good to go. It's like it's the perfect hard boil, because they're cooking as you're bringing it up to a boil, and then when you take it off, it's not going to overcook because there's no more heat being added, but that temperature will carry, and it's a perfect cook. So like 6 to 8 minutes once you take it off the boil, depending on how you like them, if you like soft boiled or whatever. So I put them in there, bring it to a boil, take it off the heat, leave it covered, and then 6 to 8 minutes or so. Could be 5, depends. Depends on how long you leave it, or sometimes if you come in the other room, you're like, oh shit, it's been boiling for a little bit, you might want to leave it in there less. Nancy says you have to eat a lot while breastfeeding, lots of protein and fat especially. All right, let's see. Will, Papa Swole, we've talked about my odd work schedule before, where I work 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. I always get 7 to 9 hours of sleep, where I wake up at 3 a.m., but I'm still always tired throughout the day. How do I overcome this? So you work super early to 1, you get 7 to 9 hours, you wake up at 3, but you still feel tired throughout the day. Could be electrolytes. Are you drinking coffee and caffeine? Matthew also asked that in the chat. So we're talking about caffeine. You want to wait. Like today, we didn't have coffee today. I've been up since 4:30. We didn't have any coffee today. I just don't need it. So right now I'm kind of like chill. I'm definitely going to sleep. I'm going to crash pretty hard later. So we don't necessarily have coffee every single day. But if you do have coffee, you want to wait for about 2 hours or so, maybe even longer, depending on when you wake up, to avoid that afternoon crash. but you're tired throughout the day. It could be nutrition. It could also be, so you get 7 to 9 hours of sleep. It could be hydration. It could be that. It could be some other things too. It could be other nutrients in your, or lack of nutrients. Need some more detail there. Because if you say you're getting good quality sleep and you still feel tired, I want to know about the hydration and nutrition and maybe any information on caffeine consumption. Let's see here. So, Will, you should be still in the live chat, so make sure you follow up there. Grizzly, Papa Soy, how much raw honey should be consumed throughout the week? I'm taking a tablespoon 4 days a week. Should I up my consumption? I would just play it by ear, how you feel. I don't think there's really a number like, oh, you're too much or too little. It depends on how it's affecting your blood sugar. You're not going to know unless you're doing like a continuous glucose monitor. So it depends on how different foods will affect different people differently. So certain foods or certain fruits might spike someone's insulin, might spike someone's sugar a lot more, or spike glucose a lot more for one person, but it doesn't affect someone else the same way. So you would have to do something like that to really know how much it actually affects you. A tablespoon 4 days a week. I mean, I eat more than that. Just personally, I eat more than a tablespoon. Like I eat a lot more than that. But it depends. It depends on how you feel. You can have a little bit more if you're having raw honey and it's local raw honey. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I wouldn't just be eating jars of it every day, but so sometimes when I got up and trained early this morning, I had like a couple tablespoons of honey, and then before I trained. Public service announcement from Aaron. Costco just emailed me with a raw honey recall. Well, serves you right from going to Costco. To get your raw honey, how raw and what's the quality of honey from Costco? Anything really mass produced, you got to be careful of too. If you can get some local raw honey, go to a farmer's market or find something local. Plus you want local raw honey too. You don't want from other areas. You want something in like in your local area because it's better for allergies and things like that, because it's the bees and stuff are pollinating plants and flowers and stuff in your environment. So it'll help you more locally too if you have local raw honey. All right, let's see. Let's take a call. Let's take a call. We got Jason on the line. Jason, you're on the Sleazecast.
Hi, Papa Swole. I had a question. I've lost a substantial amount of weight, 80 plus pounds. And my question was, how do I put on the muscle without gaining fat?
And he's gone. You're going to be in a surplus. You don't need to be like thousands of calories over. You just need a slight surplus. It's very hard to track specifically and super accurately. Eat more protein, getting up towards more like a gram or up to a gram per pound of body weight, up to find like that sweet spot, and make sure you're getting quality sleep. You're training hard. Focus on quality foods. Check out our content, the elimination diet, so you're not eating inflammatory foods. You're not going to get fat. You're not going to get fat. You lost the weight by getting rid of probably junk foods and cutting your caloric consumption and training and lifting. You need to eat more protein. You're not going to get fat from eating more protein and lifting weights. So you do need to eat sufficient amount of calories and protein, but you don't need like this excessive overconsumption. So as long as you're not eating pizza and vegetable oils and French fries and, soda and ice cream and shit like that, you eat nutrient dense food, you're eating eggs, steak, fish, chicken, things of that sort, quality sources. We always talk about grass-fed beef. Not everyone has the same type of access to it, or it's more expensive, but ground beef is much more affordable. If you're getting grass-fed ground beef, you could buy in bulk and X, Y, and Z, but still those protein sources are still better. Even grain-fed beef is better than low quality chicken. So it's still just better for you. So that's where you should be starting. You're not going to, it's in your head. It's very common for people to lose a lot of body fat. Remember, you're putting on lean mass now. We're not talking about fat. So when people say you want to lose weight, cut your calories to lose weight. fuck that shit, because you're just losing weight. You want to lose fat. You don't want to lose muscle. So you need to be lifting weights. People need to be lifting weights while if you're obese and you're overweight, you should be lifting weights. It's going to help you metabolize fat. You need to lift weights. And don't do this like, oh, I'm going to lose the fat and then I'm going to put on muscle. That's stupid. It's hard to build muscle. People think they're just going to like gain the weight back. Like if you're eating and not exercising, yeah, you'll gain the weight back over time. But if you're eating quality foods, it's very hard to overconsume it. It's very hard to put on fat when you're eating nutrient-dense food, especially when you're lifting weights. You're not going to need much of a surplus. You don't really have to track it obsessively, but you can get an idea and be consistent with it and then see if you're gaining muscle, take pictures, do circumference measurements. You can go to get a DEXA scan or underwater weighing and get like a body fat composition. Depends on what your intensity around this is and what kind of mindset you have. And if you're very analytical and you like all this data, I wouldn't obsess over calorie counting, but I would get an idea of how much you're consuming so you know what to be consistent with. You're like, okay, I'm going to eat this every day. And I know this is X amount of protein, X amount, and then you know what you're getting. And then if you're not gaining muscle, you're not gaining the weight and the size that you want, then you know you can up it a little bit. And just keep in mind, how are you measuring this? Because if you're going to measure this on a scale, the scale is going to go up, right? If you're trying to put on muscle, the scale is going to go up. So if you're one of those people that lost fat and lost weight and you're obsessed with the scale, you're not going to be happy by looking at a scale because the number will go up and it's going to mind fuck you. But the scale is going to have to go up if you want to put on muscle. So make sure that you are assessing this and you're doing the proper measurements and you're taking pictures and you're getting these objective measurements. And the scale is one of the least important things to pay attention to. Okay, good question. Very common, very common, very common. All right, let's see. Let's take one from Instagram. We got the Tainty Man on split screen here. Let's see. Vector Haley, Papa Swole, I only have dumbbells. Can I still get fit? Yeah. That's an easy question. Can I still get fit? Yeah, you can get fit without dumbbells too. You can get fit with just body weight stuff too. There might be a limit or a cap on how much muscle you can build just with body weight. That's why you add extra stress. But absolutely. All right. Let's see here. Let's do another question. We'll take a couple more and then we'll get into some balls deep content. So drop in the comments down below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. Capiculo. Capiculo. Is it better to eat garbage to get any energy or eat nothing and do not litter body more than it is? Holy fucking sentence. Jesus Christ. You're getting a Matt Damon on that one. It's not better to eat garbage or eat nothing. Fast. Here's the thing. The human body is meant to fast. So you don't have to eat every day. As shocking as that might sound, oh my God, blasphemy. If you're used to eating every day, okay, any of you do fasting? And I'm not talking about intermittent fasting. Oh, you skip breakfast. Like, have you ever done like a day without eating or 2 days without eating? If you've never done it before, you're going to feel hungry. Why? Your body expects food. You're used to eating. So you're going to feel hungry. If you fast more frequently, if any of you watching live and you do it more frequently, you don't really get as hungry. You know it. One, you know what to expect. And like two, your body has adapted to it. Your body knows like, oh, we're not getting food. You're not going to get the same kind of hunger pangs. You're not going to get the same sort of impulse because you're building that experience with your body. If you've never done any kind of fasting, not eating for a day, you're going to feel hungry and it's because your body's saying, hey, we're supposed to eat, right? Hey, we're supposed to eat. You're just building the habit. So if you build the habit the other way of inconsistently getting food or some days going a couple days, you know what to expect and you start focusing on other things. You actually have a lot of focus and a lot of cerebral clarity when you do fasting. Don't litter the body. If anything, if you're going somewhere and there's terrible food choices, just fast. You're not going to die. You'll be totally fine. Papa Swole, you're going to give people an eating disorder. No, I'm not. More people should shut their fucking mouths and stop eating. The real thing is, if you're not eating and you're fasting, it's the intent of doing it. It's like, oh my God, I don't want to get fat. I'm not eating. That's not healthy. But to imitate normal cycles of foodlessness that we've evolved over thousands of years, you're mimicking that type of challenge for your body. You're mimicking that type of repair. You're mimicking that type of response, that type of environment. You're not doing it because you don't want to get fat. You're doing it because it's healthy. You're doing it because your body has evolved to do so. We live in an age of excess. And the problem with a lot of people that are obsessed, are trying not to eat or have other kind of issues, when they do eat, they eat crap. A lot of times when people eat, they eat like shit. So when they don't eat, it might not be good because they have no nutrition now. And when they do eat, they're normally eating low quality food. So when they do eat, they're not getting proper nutrition. So it's different if you're eating nutrient dense food and then you fast for a day or two, because you're normally getting in organ meats or grass fed beef, or you're eating eggs and you're getting in lots of protein and healthy fats. So a lot of people fast, or they don't eat, or they eat very little, and they're not getting quality foods when they do consume. Bhavan Teja Chakuri. I want to gain weight, Papa Soil, but I'm not getting hungry. Doesn't matter. Your body gets used to eating at certain times. So you have to build the habit of eating more frequently. You will gain weight. If you eat more food more frequently, you will absolutely fucking gain weight. CQ76 on Shitstagram, Papa Swolio. I want to go to the fucking gym, but I can't because I have a problem in my heart. I'm so sad. Like Kevin Hart, the heart is missing an E, and sad has 2 Ds. You have a problem? Like, are you sad, like in your heart, or you have a heart condition? I'm sorry to hear that. If it's something medical, maybe are you medically cleared for doing a kind of yoga or relaxing yin yoga? There's still some activity maybe you possibly can do, or meditation. I'm sorry to hear that if that's the case. Ashish Sharon. These fucking Instagram questions are on fire today. I lose my gains so easily. Who is messaging me? I'm getting like messages from like 5-year-olds. I lose my gains so easily. How can I prevent my sexy muscles? Okay.
Matt Damon.
Okay. All right. Any other live? Let's take one more call. Fuck those Instagram questions today. Brad, you're on the line. Let's go.
Hi, Pop Swole. I'm actually sending this message as I've just finished the gym. So I'm currently going to be going into the maintenance period with my trainer, and he said that from him and some of the clients he's had, maintenance is probably the toughest part. So obviously I've not necessarily started doing it yet. I'm having the consultation with him on Wednesday. What advice would you give to sort of help with the mindset of maintenance? Because I've been in the mindset of losing the weight, and then I don't want to sort of still be like, yeah, I should be maintaining this. But then also in the back of my mind, it's like, you could lose more. Because I think with the weight I'm at, like the stone region is perfect. If I drop another stone, it's not going to suit me. So how would you advise sort of in the maintenance period than anything?
What's a stone? 14 pounds? Just for anyone that might not know how much a stone is. I think it's 14 pounds. But check me on that. One, I don't like the idea of maintenance. I think the mindset is fucking average and just doing just enough. Like, there's no such thing as maintenance. If you're not trying to push forward, you're moving backwards. Period. End of story. As you get older, it doesn't get easier. Don't sit back and like, oh, I'm just going to coast. I still train hard. I do different things. So I talk about my training is different. I'm not trying to deadlift 600 pounds, but I still train hard with what I need to do. I just might change maybe the methodologies, but I still train hard. I don't like this idea of maintenance. Now, when you talk about maintenance, it sounds like you're talking about losing fat. And number one, I really like your voice. Your voice sounds like very, very chill. Matthew says, the voice of a sex phone operator. Are you not charging me $3.99 at the end of this question, are you? Are you, Brad? So I didn't catch it. So you have like a coach or a trainer and you're going to talk about maintenance. I just don't like, you asked me about the mindset. I don't like the mindset of maintenance. Now, because you're talking about weight loss, AKA fat loss, you're not going to lose endlessly. So that's just this is why losing a certain number is not really a useful goal. I know some of you like to lose a certain weight, you like to get under a certain poundage, and you have that, okay, it feels good because you know that it's verification that you're moving in the right direction. And the reason why people like scales is, one, it's very easy. Scales are very easy. You step on the fucking thing and it's like, here it is, but they're very inaccurate. They don't tell you body composition. They fluctuate from day to day. And it's only one dimension of your progress. The reason why people like it is because a 3-year-old can understand a scale. Oh, the number is less. Oh, the number is more. 150 is more than 145. 130 is less than 150. Oh, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to quantify numbers on a scale. So it's easy and it's able to understand. So it's an objective measurement. And most things when it comes to training isn't objective unless you really know how to do it, unless you can really do, unless you have an absolute professional. Like, I'm not talking about a personal trainer because everyone, their fucking cousin's a personal trainer. But I'm talking about like a real professional with high-end skin fold calipers that does that caliper measurements for a fucking living. And still there's error there. And I'm not talking 3-point. I'm not talking about pinching your stomach and then, oh, well, you're this. Most of those calipers are bullshit. Most people that use them don't know what the fuck they're doing. There are many different ways to do it. They have to do it very consistently. They have to do it in the same spot, in the same way. You get 2 people to do the same caliper measurements, you're going to get different numbers. They're not accurate. I'm telling you, they're not accurate unless you have someone that literally is like, that's their thing. So there's DEXA scans, underwater weighing, but at the same time, you can tell you're making progress by taking pictures, looking. The mirror can be tricky because of lighting, how you feel. You're looking through if you're in a good mood, you're going to feel like you look better. Sometimes you wake up and you're a little bit more shredded in the morning just because you are dehydrated. Your mirror might be concave or convex and give you like a fucked up image or whatever. You might look in a mirror and there's light and it makes you look more flat. Everyone knows those gym mirrors in the locker room. You get out of the shower, you're going to look different because your blood vessels are coming to the surface. You might look more lean and more. So there's a lot of things that are subjective. So that's why people like the scale. And if you're just worried about the scale all the time, the mindset is it's having a scale goal and having a weight goal doesn't give you purpose because you're going to hit that. You're doing things properly. You'll hit that weight goal and then what? And this is why you're at that point, Brad. You're at that, okay, now what? You were successful. Let's say, I don't know if I got the entire message properly, but I guess you got to the weight that you want to be at. That's fucking fantastic. That's great. You made it. The problem with that goal is now what? Now you're like, oh, I don't know what to do. Like around maintenance. Maintenance is like fucking wet spaghetti. It's like a soft noodle. It's flaccid. It's a flaccid fucking cock. And no one likes a flaccid dick. Because no one does. It's just, bleh, oh, I'm going to maintain. You're going to go to the gym. You're going to do stuff like, today I'm going to maintain. It's weak sauce. No one should be maintaining. Everyone should be looking to make progress. You need to shift your mindset, follow the 7 pillars, and start approaching your training properly. Proper nutrition, proper sleep, lifting weights, all those things. And you're not going to gain fat. You're going to build muscle. You're going to make progress. You might actually gain a couple pounds on the scale, but you might actually get leaner over time. So fuck maintenance, build strength, build mobility. I just don't like that term maintenance. I don't like the average. I don't like moderation. I don't like any of those things. So your question's valid. The mindset behind it. I don't like the term maintenance. I think the mindset's fucked behind it. Okay. Good stuff. Let's move. Let's get some balls deep action. Good shit, fam. Good shit.
That's deep.
All right. Fucking tastic. That's a good idea, Matt. Time lapse your journey with photos throughout, then put them away till you need to look back and see the real results. When you take pictures, you have to make sure you do it the same lighting, same clothes, or lack thereof, underwear, something like that, bikini, or bra and underwear. Just make sure you're getting the same lighting, same distance, everything, because there's a lot of tricks that the eyes can play, and photos are a little bit more objective. So good shit. All right, let's get into a couple fun posts. This one, let's start off with this one. I saw this on TikTok and I took a screen record because it wouldn't let me save the video. But check this out. Men, Gentlemen, have no fear. Maybe this is for you, Brad, and everyone else. Fam, especially gentlemen, you don't have to lose weight anymore. You don't have to lose weight. You don't have to lose fat. Don't change. You're beautiful just the way you are. You don't even have to exercise. You don't have to eat differently. You can eat trash, do whatever you want. You don't have to train. All you got to do is buy these boxers. Okay. So right there. Okay, hold on a second. So I'm just gonna play the beginning of this. So you got this guy and his like saggy gut, and he's pulling on compression shorts. Like, instead of losing weight, can your and the sign says, or the text comes up, can your boxers do this? Can your boxers pull up to your fucking tits and wrap around and compress your fat gut? The only problem is you're still fucking fat. So there's that.
That's a huge bitch.
All right, man boxers. Very nice. Very nice. Body positive for guys. Fuck that, dudes. Go lose some weight. Go lose some fat. Lift some weights. Go to the fucking gym. Eat a steak. Don't wear compression. Ladies, if you're ever... Can you imagine going on a date, you meet someone, you're about to go down on him, you pull off his boxers, he's wearing like compression pants, like, why is this over his fucking nipples? You pull it down, and it just fucking Kris Kringles you in the face. All right. All right, let's see here. Okay, that one we're doing last. Pick a number. Oh, this is going to be hard to unpack. Pick a number. We're going to do the third one last because it's something gender related, and those usually make me lose my mind, so I don't think I'm going to be able to recover from that. We got 2. Pick a number, 1 or 2. 1 or 2. 1 or 2.
What's in the box? Are you crying?
Pick a number. Uno o dos. Uno o dos. Pick a number. Schwam or stu? Stu or schwam? Schwam or stu? Let's go bookworm. Bookworm addict number 1. Bookworm addict number 1. Bookworm addict.
You switch the samples.
Number schwam. All right, this one is titled Fat Phobia, Racism, and Eugenics. Fat phobia, racism, and eugenics.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
Here we go. This video says pause to read. I really don't want to, but we might have to.
Fat phobia.
Oh, God. What a face. Fat phobia. Can we get Brad to read this? He'd be like, fat phobia. All right. So it says pause to read. Gross. Eugenics. And you know what's funny? She spells eugenics with a 3 because it'll probably get banned. Although I don't know why she put the 3 in the word methods, because I don't think methods would. Why are there ats in faith? Ew, why would you write it like that? You don't have to censor the word various and put an at for the A. Ew, I don't want to read this. This is so fucking stupid. Eugenics was used in the doctrines by the Nazis in order to justify their hate and destruction of people for the Jewish faith, queer folks, people with disabilities, the elderly, and particular racial groups, favoring... What is that? I don't even know what you're... I can't read it. Aryan nation. That's not how you spell Aryan, you fucking idiot. A-R-I-E-N. God, you're such a dumbass. If you're going to talk about racist stuff, you can't even spell. All right, let's just play it.
Fat phobia.
And it does predate the
tied to racism through eugenics.
Why is she out of breath?
Don't believe me?
I don't care.
Curious to know more?
No, I don't care.
Come follow me.
That was it? That was it? Holy shit.
Matt Damon.
My God.
What is the
Excellent.
best move to silence a woman?
Excellent. You missed there. You should have covered your face with the text. That would have been much better. Okay, let's go into number 2 because the first one we'll do last. Yeah, eugenics was not created. Eugenics is only in the last century we've had eugenics. Yeah, okay. This video is titled, "We Blame Patients for Obesity." Okay, let's see what happens.
Obesity is one of the few chronic diseases.
Is this AOC? Looks like AOC if she was smart and went to medical school. Okay, here we go.
Obesity is one of the few chronic diseases that we blame the patient for.
So I've lost 100 pounds before. Right after my thyroid was diagnosed, finally, I lost about 60 pounds because I could work out every day. I had to work out every day, at least an hour to 2 hours a day, though, to lose weight, but I could.
You had to work out every day? Damn.
At that point. Then I got pregnant and I lost a lot more weight after that. But because I have Hashimoto's disease and a lot of doctors have no idea how to fix that, my thyroid is often not in the right level for me to lose weight. So usually I stay at the same weight. So when one of my last doctors said, well, you're going to have to change your diet, I asked him, what do you know about my diet? You have never asked me about what I'm eating. You won't look at my food journal. You don't know what I'm eating. I was like, I eat healthier than most of the skinny people in my life. It is incredibly frustrating to exist in a large body.
All right, there we go.
Chlorophyll? More like borophyll.
And what's the over-under on if she did like carnivore and she really cut out all the foods? I'm always curious. You never know. You never get all the details. You never get all the information. A lot of these autoimmune issues will be intensely mitigated and or reversed if you cut out all these inflammatory foods. But I don't know. What was she? Was she complaining? She was agreeing with it? That doctors don't talk about nutrition. Doctors don't know about nutrition. I'll say it again. Doctors, if you go to a doctor for health, you fundamentally fucked up. Don't go to a doctor for health. A doctor is not going to help you be healthy. Okay? That's a fact. A doctor is not going to help you be healthy. A doctor can potentially order certain blood tests that you can't do on your own, but you can order these on your own. You can order these. You can look up. You can take them. You have to get a good doctor, but most doctors, they're not even ordering full blood panels. They're not going to get all the data. And they don't know about nutrition. Most people, when you go to a doctor, why do you go to a doctor? You go to a doctor when you're fucked up. Why are you fucked up? Most likely because of your lifestyle habits. If you break your arm or something, or you have something like acutely wrong, obviously modern medicine can be very fantastic. But do not go to a doctor thinking that that's going to be the answer to maintain your wellness or to get you healthy. That's where you go for emergency medicine. If your arm needs to be reattached, doctors are going to fucking do damn miracles. You need to get heart surgery. Like, you need to have some like emergency medicine. Doctors can do that shit. There's a lot of stuff that can be done. I'm not knocking modern medicine, but you're going like, hey, I'm getting my checkup. Tell me how to be healthy, doc. They don't know about nutrition. They don't know about nutrition. They don't know. They're not taught anything. They're not taught anything that we talk about here in this podcast, really. There are some good doctors out there, but most doctors are back against the wall trying to pay off loans. They're really only trained to pass out pharmaceuticals and mask the problems, and they have to see so many damn patients they can't actually do any real patient care. So people are going to the doctor because they're sick, because they have issues because of their lifestyle habits. You have to get to it at source. Get to the source. All right, last one we have. Does being a Therian affect gender? A Therian. I don't know what this is. I'm hoping this isn't going to... Let me get Howard over here. A Therian. It's Therian. Does anyone know what a Therian is? Does being a Therian or Therian? A Therian. Thank you, Keith. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. First off, these videos make me sick, he writes. Secondly, doctors wait until you're way off the scale to say there's an issue or you're super sick. Be your own doctor. Treat yourself with the medicine of exercise. and food, indeed. Food is thy medicine. Much appreciated. Does being a Therian affect gender? What is that? What is this?
What's in the box?
Pandemonium says it's a person that thinks they're an animal. Oh, God. Howard, you ready? You're on deck. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
A question that I don't feel like has been addressed as well as it could is, does being a Therian affect your gender? I personally think it can. I think it absolutely can.
I'm going to look it up. Don't know what the fuck that is. This is something that hasn't been talked enough. You know why? Because it's not important. Because no one fucking cares. Why is this? Why are we talking about this? No one cares. That's why it's not important. This hasn't been covered enough. Good. Keep it in your own nightmares. Jesus Christ. Well, that doesn't help. Of or pertaining to the taxonomic subclass. A Therian is someone who identifies as a non-human earthen animal, either spiritually or psychologically. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Therian is short for therianthropy or therianthrope. Theri equals animal, anthrop equals man. Therians can have shifts, but not all do. All Therians understand that they cannot physically shift. What? You don't say. Shift? Yeah, I can't actually be an animal. And are not physically an animal. They know they are physically human. Well, that's good to know. That's good to know. So wait, no, this is fine. No, they're not crazy, Yvonne. They're not crazy. They understand they cannot physically shift. They understand they cannot physically shift. They know they're physically human. So they're good. They know they're physically human. Oh, wow, that's a relief. Whew. Oh, they do know. Oh, no shit. Yeah, in other words, a total whack job. Bring back the insane asylums. Bring back the padded rooms. Bring back the shock therapy. Let's fucking... No, seriously, but padded rooms at least. Like, let people wander around and pretend they're a fox. You remember? This is like Ace Ventura. Remember Ace Ventura? He's like, Hank, I'm ready to go in, coach. Put me in the game, coach. Make him like an animal. Same thing. A Therian is someone who identifies. Come on, fam. Someone who identifies as a non-human earthen animal, either spiritually or psychologically, but I know I can't shift. You identify as an animal? That doesn't make any sense. You're not one, period, end of story. You identify as one. Okay. Cool story, Hansel. Cool story. Where's my Hansel? Cool story, Hansel. Where's my Hansel soundboard? Where is that one? Did I lose that one? Now I'm just curious where my... There we go.
That Hansel's so hot right now.
All right, that took too long. All right, let's play it again. Here we go.
A question that I don't feel like has been addressed as well as it could is, does being a Therian affect your gender? I personally think it can. I think it absolutely can.
All right.
If not gender, then your expression of what would be considered masculinity or femininity. For me personally, my stereotypes have specific genders in terms.
I'm sorry, what? Your stereotypes have certain gender... Can we make it back? Are we done? Or are we just fucked as a society? Or obviously, like, this kind of insanity is just, it's such a small fraction of the population. But here's the thing. Then you have a community of these people that kind of like, it snowballs, right? Someone's like, I can be a fox. Oh my God, my stereotype has a gender. Yo. Like, just people that just want to, these are people that just want to put peanut butter on their ball sack and just have their dog lick their twat or lick their nuts. This is what happens when you don't let people fuck sheep and horses. They're just going to be like, I'm a fox. My stereotypes.
For me personally, my stereotypes have specific genders in terms of what I think they were in past lives. And
oh, Jesus Christ.
Overarching animal spirits, sort of if they give off masculine or if they give off feminine energy. For me personally, my wolf stereotype is masculine.
Stephanie is like, these kinds of people make me pro-euthanasia. No, this is like, look, I really, this makes me really pro-abortion, but like pro-abortion way after the point of birth. Like we're talking maybe pro-abortion, like 30, 35 years, like a lot of leeway. Like if you can't make the choice within 35 years, like after this, like, this isn't going to come around. This is a non-functioning organism. It thinks it's a wolf. She thinks she's a man wolf. Like it didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. The whole sperm and the zygote, the egg, it didn't work out. It didn't work out. We can pull the plug on this one. We can pull the plug. Amy says she obviously had some kind of trauma she's not addressing. That's a very gentle way of putting it. You think? You think? She's a wolf? Was she like she was transported from like Spartan times when they used to like just go out and kill a wolf and come back in a month, boy, and you'll be a man. Okay. So her wolf stereotype, this is, man, don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs.
Energy. For me personally, my wolf stereotype is masculine, my cat stereotype is feminine, and my northern pike stereotype is masculine.
Did she just call herself, is she a fish? Oh, Howie. My sweet, sweet Howard. That's a fish, right? Northern pike. I'm going to hear that again.
My cat stereotype is feminine, and my northern pike stereotype is masculine. So, I personally feel more masculine when I am connecting with wolf, and more feminine when I am connecting with cat. And when I say wolf and cat, I'm referring to the animal spirits themselves. I'm not referring to like my stereotype directly, because your stereotype is a part of you, but I am referring to the overarching animal spirits of that specific species or stereotype.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Yvonne says, the concerning part is she's not explaining what any of these terms mean, which means her audience does understand. Yeah. Yeah. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. She's just saying these things. And everyone in the, everyone, there's just like, oh, people are watching her videos like, well, Holy shit. Holy shit. That's a soundboard and a half. I'll have to pull some kind of soundboard. That last rant at the end, totally flabbergasted. I have nothing to say. I'm actually flabbergasted. I'm befuddled. I don't get befuddled often, but I am now just fantabulous. I'm just completely and thoroughly befuddled. There's no, that literally, that was the ultimate soundboard for that. Okay, we got an awesome Swole Slut card. Speaking of, I don't want to assume your stereotype. Maybe anyone is like Tessie. Someone's a unicorn stereotype. All right, let's give away this Swole Slut card. Holy shit. Tomorrow is Ask Papa Swole Live, baby. So if you got questions tomorrow, we have some awesome opportunities to get your questions answered. Let's give away the Swole Slut card. Jesus Christ. That gave me like acid reflux. My throat burns. I took a sip of water and all of a sudden I'm like, ugh. 3, scroll. No. One more time, Falcon. Pick me a winner. I know. I can't believe people think like this. No shit. I'm gonna break my phone. Oh, we got a winner. Today's winner, Swole Slut, is Aaron Hottie. Speaking of a Swole Slut, we got a filthy one. We got a man slut. Aaron, congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2374 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email, and we'll send you a Swole card. Congratulations. Congratulations. I think it was going back to a comment. Was it Danielle? Was it Danielle that said that she has some trauma to unpack? Or Amy. Amy said that. Like she's got some, it was Amy. Yeah, Amy said she obviously, congratulations, Aaron. Amy said she obviously had some kind of trauma she's not addressing. Fam, can you imagine? Considering she obviously has some trauma. So I agree with Amy, but what kind of trauma could possibly have caused that? Like, did her parents like tie her up and lock her in a basement and just play Twilight movies nonstop? And she's like, I'm a wolf. I'm a that's a vampire fucking shit, right? Twilight. I never watched that shit. Just put Teen Wolf on loop or something. Like, what kind of trauma could have caused that? What kind? I'm just thinking. I'm not thinking. I feel bad. I mean, I don't wish trauma on anyone. We all have some sort of trauma or some sort of imprinting and shit that happens, some worse than others. So I'm not like, yay, she had trauma. I'm just thinking, what in the hell? Because that's a human being. Obviously. She's her Therio thing. Remember we looked it up? We looked it up and it said they know they're human. So she knows she's human. That's a human being. Something created her to think that she's a wolf, a cat, and a northern pike. Yeah, negligence. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying she was like locked in with wolves or something. But yeah, obviously she was being desperate for attention. Obviously, you know, trying to create some sort of like shield and protection, like switching identities in order to avoid pain and discomfort and to feel some sort of belonging with like imaginary. But I'm just saying it's very specific. Yeah, it's very specific. You know, it's very specific. Congratulations again, Aaron, by the way. It's very specific things. Like, I'm a wolf and that's masculine. I'm a cat and that's feminine. I'm a northern pike and that's masculine. Like, when does that shift? Like, if it was one, it would have been weird enough, right? If it was one, it would have been weird enough. If it was one thing, if it was like, I'm a wolf and it's masculine, I'm like, whoa. But then she's busting out 3. So she has some semblance of reality because if she's a Therio person, then she knows that she's a human. We looked it up. Her favorite movie is Jungle Book. I was thinking that. Yeah, possibly. Honey, I Shrunk the Brain. Or it's like Harvey, right? The James Stewart movie, the rabbit, imaginary rabbit. I don't know what the fuck, but he was like having conversations with a rabbit. Didn't think that he was the rabbit. Too many Disney movies, fam. This is what happens when animals talk. You have Lion King, you have all character arcs with like a talking lion. You personify animals and people are like, oh my God, don't eat the animals. They have brains and of course, but they're thinking and having conversations, and like, this isn't a Disney movie. You know, it's a circle of life, legit. But lions don't speak in English. They don't have heroes' journeys. Okay, that's not how it works. Anyway, congratulations, Swole Slut. Let's nut this beach and let's all go get sane. Let's go lift some fucking weights. Let's go eat a steak. I'm gonna eat a steak. I might even have some wolf tonight. I might fire up a wolf. Maybe I'll fire up some cat. Yeah, I feel for her too. That's like, we definitely have the opportunity because you post something like that online, we're gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But if we get serious with that, I'm just saying, it gets pretty dark pretty quick. Like, what it would take to create someone that actually thinks that is real. Like, that's their reality. That's some serious shit. So I hope she gets help. Because that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work out too well. That ain't gonna fly, son.
Come on, man.
I bet all Brandon would sniff her. They'll give her all sniff. Oh.
I bet you. Look at her. She looks like she's 19 years old, sitting there like a little lady with a race car.
I looked over there and I see it. Northern Pike. And the Northern Pike, she, you want some ice cream, Northern Pike? You want some Northern Pike cream? Oh, never mind. She looks like a cat. I mean a wolf. I mean a fish. Prehistoric fish. Sniff that pike. Sniff that shit.
I am very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness.
Well, I could be wrong, but I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during
Love you,
the
Beach.
Civil
We'll see you
War.
tomorrow for the Sunday Fun Day. Q and anus. We fucking did it now.
No more shenanigans, no more tomfoolery, no more ballyhoo.
No hands. See? No hands. How'd he do it? I'll tell you. Come here. It's with my dick. It's with my fucking dick, bitch. Mama Solio texts me. She goes, "Are you okay?" Yes, I'm fine. Howard's not okay. No, you know what? No, I'm not okay.
It's all bullshit. All of it.
I'm not okay. None of this is okay. None of this is fucking okay. Fam, love you. Go and catch all the new drops inside Swole TV. Yesterday's Overtime, Thursday's Roundtable. It's all available for members. join over at swolenormousx.com and check out all the new drops over at papaswolio.com. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you bang your ear holes. And of course, we'll see you tomorrow for the Sunday Funday Q&A-ness 2375. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose, your boy Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't laugh and they so mad, it's like...
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element. No,